So DJI is in the power game, and yes, you could use it for camping and power outages and power tools and to help you use your gear more remotely. But what impressed me the most about this is using this as a musician. This thing could easily handle my solo gigs and even my duo gigs when we added a sub with a couple speakers and some lights and a ton of pedals for a long time. So this came in from DJI, and well, here it is. It's actually very sleek, very portable, although it is on the heavy side, coming in around 13 kilograms, which is just under 29 pounds. But when you see what this thing can power and for how long, you won't care that it's under 29 pounds. This has a 1024 watt-hour capacity with a 2400 watt max output. There are two AC ports on here. You have two USB-A ports that are 24 watt max that can charge a lot of your devices and camera gear. And next to that, you have two USB-C ports with 140 watt output for each. So if you have like a powerful laptop and you want to charge that up, or anything that requires that USB-C with a lot of power, you can use those ports. And you can be using all of these plugs simultaneously, or like at my gig, I actually had power strips plugged in to the AC ports, giving even more options for plugs. And then you have your charging port where you can plug this thing into your wall and you can charge this thing up, which actually charges up fast with 100% charge in 70 minutes and 80% charge in 50 minutes. But you can also get their car charger. That way you can plug this thing in and keep this thing charged up on the road and even be using this while it's plugged into the car. It does have a typical lifespan of 4,000 cycles, which will last you approximately like 10 years. There are fans on the side and they are ultra quiet. Like you can barely hear them even when you have a lot going on with it. On one side, there's actually quarter thread mounts. So if you wanted to mount this, you can, or you can also get their custom bag for it. It makes it easier to carry around and has the zippers in all the right places. You can power it on and you have a really good looking display screen, which shows you the battery status, the amount of watts that you're running through, and even how much time you have left at the current power output, which in our case, that gig that we were at, after 4 hours of using this thing, it still had 30% left. Now, we could have just easily plugged it into the wall at the venue. That wasn't the point. I really wanted to test it out and see what it could handle, which means we could use this thing to busk on the street, or if there was like a party and we wanted to set up in a remote area, maybe it's in a park, or maybe at a space that didn't have easy access to a power point. I mean, that would work for it. And yeah, most of you guys wouldn't be using it in that way. You can also use this thing to charge up your cameras and your drone batteries and plug in powerful lights. We can connect this OC switcher setup and we can do live productions with this, and even with a projector. I can plug in my mini fridge or a camping fridge. You plug in your coffee machine, power tools. You can power your festoon lights and everything for like an event. Maybe you're at a wedding and you have speakers and lights and things that you want to power up, but you don't want to have like a really loud generator. Something like this would be perfect. Or maybe you're a photographer or videographer and you're going to shoot at a location where you're unsure of what the power situation is. Having something like this could be a really good backup plan.